Hello and welcome to this video on how to level up your English with smarter word choices. Today, we're going to look at common phrases we use in everyday conversations, like very hot and very tired, and how you can replace them with more expressive alternatives. We'll cover everything from explanations and sentence transformations to quizzes and short reading exercises. By the end, you'll feel more confident in your ability to use advanced vocabulary. Let's get started. Don't say very, boost your vocabulary with simple changes. Let's begin. Don't say very expensive. Say luxurious. Luxurious. Using very expensive is too broad and lacks precision. Instead, using words like luxurious or opulent adds a sense of quality, richness, and exclusivity. Synonyms. In this section, we will explore synonyms along with examples to better understand their contextual usage. Very expensive, luxurious, opulent, pricey, costly, exorbitant. Luxurious. Diana and Mike stayed in a luxurious 5-star hotel overlooking the ocean. Opulent. The palace had an opulent golden ceiling and marble floors. Pricey. That restaurant is quite pricey, but the food is amazing. Costly. Buying a house in this area is a costly investment. Exorbitant. The designer handbag came with an exorbitant price tag. Sentence transformation examples. In this section, we will examine the original sentences and match them with their transformed versions. The diamond necklace was very expensive. Henry and Ruby live in a very expensive apartment. The concert tickets were very expensive. That restaurant is very expensive. The furniture in this house is very expensive. The concert tickets were costly. The diamond necklace was luxurious. The furniture in this house is exorbitant. Henry and Ruby live in an opulent apartment. That restaurant is pricey. Let's test our knowledge with quizzes based on what we have already learnt. One. The hotel was incredibly blank, with gold-plated walls and a private pool. A. Simple. B. Very expensive. C. Luxurious. 2. The watch was so blank, it cost more than my car. A. Exorbitant. B. Cheap. C. Very expensive. 3. Naomi and Clark bought an blank villa by the beach, filled with elegant furniture. A. Very expensive. B. Opulent. C. Ordinary. Four. We had a blank meal at the Michelin star restaurant, but it was worth every penny. A. Luxurious. B. Affordable. C. Very expensive. 5. Buying a house in the city center can be blank, but it's a good investment. A. Very expensive. B. Unnecessary. C. Costly. 6. The new computer game is quite blank, making it hard for students to afford. A. Moderate. B. Very expensive. C. Pricey. Let's listen to a short reading text and focus on the words we have learnt. Sasha had always dreamed of a luxurious vacation, so she booked a suite at an opulent resort in Italy. The hotel was undeniably pricey, but she knew it was worth the experience. Every detail, from the decor to the service, screamed elegance. However, when she saw the bill, she realized that the cost was exorbitant. Still, she believed that such costly indulgences were necessary once in a while. She reminded herself that memories like these were priceless. As she sipped her morning coffee on the private balcony, she admired the breathtaking view of the turquoise sea. Despite the hefty price tag, she felt a deep sense of satisfaction. After all, experiences like this were rare, and she had promised herself to enjoy every moment. Luxurious. Don't use very expensive, use luxurious when talking about high-end, elegant, and premium quality things. Let's proceed with a new one. Don't say very quiet. Say silent. Silent. The phrase very quiet is vague and doesn't describe the level of stillness effectively. Instead, using words like silent, hushed, or mute can express the situation more clearly. Synonyms. In this section, we will explore synonyms along with examples to better understand their contextual usage. Very quiet, silent, mute, hushed, still, soundless. Silent. The library was completely silent, except for the sound of pages turning. Mute. Benjamin stood mute, shocked by the unexpected news. Hushed. The audience spoke in hushed voices before the performance started. Still. The night was still, with not even a breeze to break the silence. Soundless. The security cameras recorded his soundless footsteps as he sneaked inside. Sentence transformation examples. In this section, we will examine the original sentences and match them with their transformed versions. The classroom was very quiet after the teacher entered. Marcus was very quiet during the discussion. The audience remained very quiet before the show began. The house was very quiet at night. Her footsteps were very quiet as she walked across the room. The audience remained hushed before the show began. The classroom was silent after the teacher entered. Her footsteps were soundless as she walked across the room. Marcus remained mute during the discussion. The house was still at night. Let's test our knowledge with quizzes based on what we have already learnt. One. The room was so blank that you could hear a pin drop. A. Very quiet. B. Loud. C. Silent. 2. Hannah remained blank when the teacher asked her a question. A. Cheerful. B. Mute. C. Very quiet. 3. The night was eerily blank, making the situation feel mysterious. A. Still. B. Very quiet. C. Chaotic. Four. They whispered in blank voices so they wouldn't wake the baby. A. Hushed. B. Very quiet. C. Echoing. 5. Bruno walked with blank steps to avoid being noticed. A. Very quiet. B. Soundless. C. Shouting. 6. The classroom was so blank that even the ticking clock seemed loud. A. Lively. B. Very quiet. C. Silent. Let's listen to a short reading text and focus on the words we have learnt. As Virginia entered the forest, she noticed how silent it was. The usual rustling of leaves and chirping of birds was gone. It felt still, as if the entire world had paused. She spoke in a hushed tone to her friend, afraid to break the eerie atmosphere. Suddenly, she saw a shadow move, and she remained mute, unable to say a word. Even her footsteps were soundless, as she walked carefully forward. The tension in the air was almost tangible, making her heartbeat seem deafening. She exchanged a glance with her friend, both too afraid to disturb the unsettling stillness. A distant snap of a twig made them freeze in place, their breath caught in their throats. For a moment, it felt as if the silence itself was watching them. Silent. Don't use very quiet, use silent when referring to complete stillness or lack of noise. That's it for today's lesson. Remember, small changes in your word choices can make a big difference in how fluent and natural your English sounds. Practice using these new synonyms, try the quizzes, and don't forget to transform those basic sentences into more descriptive ones. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more language tips and exercises. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.